Hi, Chai. Hey. I'm Glenn from Creeps Hilog. Filipino folklore is very central to the story, and I'm sure Filipino audiences will enjoy seeing that. Um, my question is, was there a part of it that resonates with you on a personal level, or something that you relate to, or do you have experiences involving Filipino folklore?
I think we all have experienced a ritual or two, growing up especially. And this is a story I keep repeating because it's a perfect example. You know, when you were kids and then you get sick, bigyan ka ni mama ng paracetamol, di ba? Oh. Pero, tawagin din niya yung manghihilot or yung mananambal, yung ano ba yan? Sa Tagalog, mananambal?
Manghihilot.
Oh, yung manghihilot. Healer ba? Mananambal. Oh, ngayon, mga magka-see, you know, magkatawas, di ba? So we all have that kind of experience. Albularyo, oh yeah. And your mom does that. Or your tita, or your tito, or your dad. I don't know which elder called that person up. Because they just want to know, they want to make sure that it was not the windy from the mango tree that did this to you, that made you sick, you know? And at least they will, okay, so it's not the windy, so I'm sure the paracetamol will now work. You know, that kind of thing. It also has a lot to do with, not everybody has access to healthcare. Right? So we go to the local manghihilot, and a lot of us Filipinos, because let's look at it, our healthcare here is, to safely say, shit, you know? So, yeah, it's a cost, it's an attempt at being cost effective for our families and us. But at the same time, these are pagan practices that been passed down to us from mga ninuno pa natin. So culturally, this is really very part of who we are as a people. A lot of it has been erased because of colonialism. When the Spaniards came, erased all of our history back then in 1521 when Magellan discovered the Philippines, right? And and then a lot of it's forgotten. We didn't have written records about it. But these bits and pieces of practices that have persisted, I'm glad that they do. I'm not sure if I believe in these rituals myself, but I'm glad that they've persisted because this is proof of, the persistence of our identity as a people, even before somebody else came to kind of start wrecking things, I guess. Before the subjugation of our people by a foreign power happened, something like this persisted and says, okay, this is a piece of my past. This is my lulu, my lula, the lulu, my lulu. And it's beautiful, really. So that's how much. If you're asking about how much this resonated with me, oh yes, it resonates very deeply all the way to my ancestors. Even my ancestors can hear me now. That kind of thing. Hope I answered your question.
Another question from me, Ms. Tessa Mauricio Arreola.
Hi, congratulations.
Hi, thank
I'm
you.
Tessa from the Manila Times. It's great to see you on screen with those big actors there, and you really held your own. We're very, very proud
Thank
of you. Of course, we'd like everyone to see NOCEBO come January 18, but obviously today we saw Dolly at the Golden Globes, and she did us proud there. Of course,
Definitely.
yes, different genres, but still depicting Filipinos, as she was a cleaner of a big yes, over there, and then this time, you were able to get there as a domestic helper, and it's, it talks about a part of the lives of Filipinos, yes, and very much so, but I wonder, them having seen the caliber of acting of Dolly, and then you now with such great reviews in New York, when do you think we will see Filipino actors being included in movies abroad as actors, not necessarily a Filipino domestic helper or a cleaner. Are you getting into that? Are you auditioning? Will we see that very soon?
I hope so, because my future project is really hire me. Please hire me, people.
Yes.
Because I do not have a project right now except for the series that I'm very proud to be part of in GMA. I love that I'm part of it, and it's making people buy books. Amazing. But how is it gonna be like in the? Is there? I really can't tell. I am nothing but hopeful. I hope that it's just no way but up from here.
Okay. Has it
Onwards.
opened doors though? NOCEBO?
Has it opened doors? I
Already.
do not. I'm not feeling it yet. That's why I'm saying hire me.
Yes.
I can clean the bathroom on screen. I
can
can
be-
angry. I can sniper if you want.
Yes,
I
you can be so many things.
do. I can do all of that. Just make sure it's good for my niece.
Yes. Well, we do hope that you carry on, please, and maybe
Thank you.
audition more and more, and maybe we'll see you maybe an executive in
Yeah.
a skyscraper in New York
Yeah.
instead, or
Thank you.
in a castle in England or Ireland.
A princess in the castle in the sky.
Exactly. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Sige, I think we have a few more questions here. Okay. Alan Policarpio from Inquirer.
Hi,
Hello. Hi.
good evening, Chai. I just want to know about your rapport with Eva Green. So, how did that come about? Was that something you really worked on, or was it like an instant thing?
Okay, so it's acting work is strange sometimes because a lot of people think that you have to hang out with your co-actors first before you have that kind of rapport. But actually, it happens in many different ways. When chemistry on screen doesn't necessarily translate to like a tight friendship outside of the screen. Not for anything, but because you just maybe live far away or you have different lives and all of that stuff. But while you were working was good. With Eva, she's a very shy person, and I can be, and as talkative as I am, I can be also very introverted, especially for people that I admire very much. Your Eva Green is there. I'm so sorry. I am not here. You have that feeling of. But when we started working, because we both came in understanding who our characters are, it was a wonderful experience to kind of, I know, there's a bit of shyness towards each other in the beginning. But when we're on set, because we both came in knowing who we are as our characters, I felt like I could trust her in the scene so that we can both carry the scene together. Like I had absolutely no doubt that I could lean on her, as an actor during our scene work. And the one thing that I was hoping for was that she could do that with me as well, that she could lean on me. And then that started happening, and Lorcan was becoming very happy. And I'm like, yes, I'm doing my job. They paid me for this, I should do my job. And then eventually we get into conversations like off screen. She's really shy, but she's really nice as a person. She's very generous with her, advice, especially when I'm asking about industry advice. 30%, I know 10%, don't give them more of your money, or all of those stuff. One thing that she did was very sweet was this was a time during the pandemic when there were no vaccines yet, and you had to quarantine yourself whenever you traveled to a new country. So I was quarantined for about 7 days-ish, I think. And then one of the production assistants dropped by at the apartment where they parked my ass. And they put me in, where they housed me. And he says, okay, I have a package for you. And I'm like, what is that? And it's from Eva. But at this point, I had not yet talked to her personally, not even on Zoom. So I was very, oh my God, I have a package from Eva Green. So, and it was in the evening, so of course it was kind of morning or afternoon here in the Philippines, right? So I take it inside. There's a note that says something like, I'm looking forward to work with you. Welcome to Ireland. Thank you. Welcome to the project. And I was really sweet. And inside was a votive candle and a bottle of wine. I called up my friends here in the Philippines and I go, look where this is from! They said, why, who gave that? I'm opening it right now. Eva Green gave me this wine. Go, 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 go. And just drank with my friends for the next maybe 2 hours. I saved some of the wine for next day, of course. But I was very happy that happened. And then, but generally that was but you can see how sweet she is as a co-actor, regardless of how shy she is. And how shy she is in off cam. Well, she's kind of introverted, but when she goes on cam, she can take over the entire room, and you have no choice but to watch. That's how, I guess, how powerful her presence is. She can command the attention of people in a room at will, and she can disappear if she wants to. Just remain very small. You won't even notice she's there. That kind of thing. So it's amazing to see somebody, command energy like that. So when I grow up, I want to be an Eva Green.
And you mentioned kanina na she gave you a lot of advice. Anything that stood out?
10%, not 30.
Ayun.
10%, Chay, not 30. Don't give them more of your money.
Alright. And lastly na lang kasi when we ask, actors who bag roles in international projects, they also feel like there's pressure that they're representing the Philippines, and I wonder if it's the same way with you, or you're just like, I'm just gonna do this job and whatever happens, happens.
I think I'm more of the whatever happens, happens. I'm more like my friend and I from Cebu always had this joke, life's a beach if you know how to live like a pirate. So, it's like, for example, I didn't ever think I'd land in film. I thought, at first, after college, I thought I was going to be a documentary filmmaker. I had those kinds of dreams before because I liked the Probe team, like watching the Probe team, like seeing Maria Ressa and CNN. So when I met her for the first time, I was fangirling and shit, and I embarrassed myself. But, and then after that, I was in music. I always thought I was going to be a musician. I thought, well, I was in theater already, but I always thought that was going to be something on the side because, our parents have told us walang pera sa art, ganyan. So I also kind of, all right, sure, fine. I'm going to get a day job. I'm going to do my art on the side. And then I landed in film, and I'm like, I was supposed to go that way, but it seems my boat is going this way. I'm like, okay, let's go this way then. So it's kind of been like that pretty much my life. So when people ask me about, so are you pressured about, representing the Philippines and etc., I'm like, no, not really, because the future of Philippine cinema does not rest on my shoulders. No. I actually am maybe at the bottom of the food chain, if you come to think of it. We're the ones that are maybe hired last in all of the hiring process because you have to form this huge team that's putting all of the story together. I think the future of Philippine cinema is collectively on the shoulders of the film and the film community. I think sabay-sabay namin siyang pinubuhat. It's not just me, really. So I find it weird when people go, so you feel pressure representing the Philippines. And no, because there's a whole community of us representing the Philippines right now. Yeah, it's a whole lot of us who are behind all of this effort to put our stories out. Even if we are actors hired for like a foreign film and there are no Filipino crew there, for example, still the skills that we gain as actors are because of a community that have helped develop what we can do. A community of workers and fellow actors and directors and writers who have honed and shaped the present skill sets that we have that allow us to be hired in other foreign films. So it's community effort siya. Yeah. Do I feel pressure? No, kasi meron akong kasama.
Okay, one last question.
Yes, hi. This is Florencio from Manlo's Life. My last question is, first, is this your first thriller film? And also, you mentioned that you are kind of scared doing the rituals or handling the items. So, how do you muster the courage, and how are you careful in doing those rituals when you're shooting the film?
Ano ka? Dasal lang, ma'am. Dasal lang. Dasal lang talaga. Dasal lang. Just kidding. No, it helped that we had a very informative consultation with the local shaman, si Kuya Bong, that we had on board for the film. You know, so at least as soon as we got there, you know, I already had the instructions, I already knew what to do, so I was less scared about it now. Just thinking about it, those two items, you know, with the thing. I don't want to see them ever again, but during during the filming, it was much easier because we had that, you know, we had that advice from an expert. Another thing that and it's funny, which made the scenes a little more challenging to do for me because I had to act like I was chanting, right? And just to make sure that I am not accidentally opening any sort of portal in there, you know, any, you know, I'm not letting any fairies out or, I don't know, baka sumakay sa aeroplano, sundan ako sa bahay, di ba? Whenever I had to chant, and this was hard because I would end up laughing inside my head. I would chant, Lorem ipsum dolor sit just to make sure we're not opening anything. I mean, that we all know that that's a placeholder for you know, editing stuff. And that Latin is, if you ask Latin experts, that's not real Latin. That's just gibberish. It doesn't mean anything. So I'm like, all right, this is the perfect placeholder for the chants. It's also like a verbal placeholder and keeping the damn ghosts at bay. You know, so Lorem ipsum dolor, and then the ghosts go, what the fuck is that? Don't listen to her. It's not making any sense. Let's go back to hell where we came from. You know, at least there's that sort of comedy does help with, you know, defending yourself. Comedy is like it's so ninja, you know. It's a very non-violent way of defending yourself. Yeah.
Okay, thank you everyone. Before we leave, quick